Hello honey bunnies, welcome back to my channel by Manasa, and I am here after a long time again, but yet I am here with a very yummy recipe that you all have requested me for. But before that, it's a pandemic time, it's a corona virus time, and I hope every one of you are taking good care of yourself. Try to stay at home, do not go out. Even if you have to go out, try using a mask and use sanitizers frequently. Do not come in touch with any strangers physically. So yes, take good care of yourself guys, and enjoy your quarantine with some recipes that I'll be uploading frequently now, I guess. So you guys are not able to go out, but you must be craving for some very good food like some pizza. And today I'm going to teach you how to prepare pizza without using oven, microwave, or even the yeast. So let's begin with the recipe, and I'll see you after we prepare the pizza. So let's start with making the pizza dough first. I'm taking 1 cup of maida, 1/4 cup of wheat flour, and salt to taste. Along with that, I'm adding 3 tablespoons of thick curd. And in a cup, let's take 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1.5 teaspoon of olive oil or any flavorless oil. Make a paste out of it. Mix it thoroughly, and we are going to add this to the dough mixture. We are avoiding yeast here, or if you do not have yeast, this is the method you should be using. Let's start mixing the dough. We're not going to add water at first, but gradually we are going to add water little by little according to the need, and we are going to make a thin and runny dough. It is not very thick, it's very sticky and thin. I have used almost 1/2 cup of water to knead the dough. I haven't kneaded thoroughly, I just mixed it very well, knead it for around 2-3 minutes and keep it aside by covering with a towel or a cellophane wrap. The next step is we are going to prepare for the toppings. You can use any vegetables that are available. You can use mushrooms, corns, olives, or anything. I'm gonna use a few of the vegetables that I already have right now. So I'm taking 1/2 capsicum and I'm cutting into thin slices. Next I'm going to use 1 tomato and I'm gonna cut it again. If you have sun-dried tomatoes, you can use that as well, but I'm gonna use fresh tomatoes. And 1 onion. I'm just gonna cut it into cube shapes or square shapes. I'm not gonna thin slice it, but you can do it always. I'm gonna cut it first, and I'm gonna separate each and every layer of the onion. And I have 1/2 cup of sweet corn, frozen corn. If you have fresh ones, you can use that as well. Now let's take some oil in a hot pan, and I'm going to add all the vegetables here except for the tomatoes. Let's add onion, capsicum, and along with that I'm gonna add sweet corn as well. Make sure you're not keeping the flame on high. You're keeping it on either medium or low flame. You're just gonna half cook it. It's not a complete cook. The thing is, we are making the pizza on pan, so you need to cook vegetables separately, otherwise it will be raw when the pizza is being cooked. So yes, to this mixture I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of oregano or Italian seasoning and 1 teaspoon of chili flakes, and again salt to taste. Mix it well until it's cooked properly. Do not cover it and cook it in a low flame. Now the vegetables are ready. I'm gonna keep this aside. Now let's start preparing the pizza sauce. I'm taking 4 garlic pods here. You can make thin slices out of it, or just slice it, crush it, or even grate the garlic pods. Next, I'm going to chop 1 small onion into very small pieces. You do not need big chunks in your sauce. And this is a very easy and quick way to prepare the pizza sauce. It does not need much ingredients. So after I chop this, I have taken a hot pan, added oil to it, and I have roasted both onion and garlic for some time until the onion is translucent. And to this I'm going to add half cup of tomato puree. I did not boil, de-seed or peel off the tomato skin. I have completely used the whole tomato to puree it. And to this I'm going to add half teaspoon of vinegar and salt to taste. Mix it and make sure the flame is low. You're not keeping it on high anytime. You're keeping it on either medium or low. And to this I'm going to add a mixture of half teaspoon oregano or Italian season, half teaspoon of chili flakes, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Mix it well and cook it until the consistency is as shown in the video. It should not be very runny, otherwise the pizza will be very mushy. I'm going to take the pizza sauce out onto a bowl and let it cool for some time. Make sure it is not runny, guys. And it should be in a paste or a chutney consistency. Now let's take the pizza dough that we had kept aside. I had let it through for an hour. After half an hour, I have taken the dough and kneaded it into a smooth texture. You can see the texture in the video. It's very smooth. It's still runny, but it's not sticky. It's a little thinner than the consistency of chapati dough. You have to keep the dough runny always. Remember, guys, you do not have to make it a thick dough, because we are not going to roll this dough. We are going to take some wheat flour and we are going to spread the pizza base with our fingers. You can either make 2 pizzas or 1 pizza depending on the size of the pan you are using. And you're going to spread the pizza with your fingers as shown in this video. Spread it as big as possible and try to keep it thin. You do not need a very thick base pizza here because we are making the pizza on a pan. It will be thicker than the chapati dough. And now heat the pan and transfer the pizza base onto the pan. Make sure you're keeping the flame on low and poke some holes with the fork so that the pizza base doesn't puff up too much. And we are going to cook the pizza base from both the sides. One side is cooked completely. And yes, guys, please make sure you're keeping the flame on low. It is not even on medium or high. Keep it on low. And the other side just started cooking within like 30 seconds or a minute. And we are going to add the pizza sauce on the completely cooked side. I've used the complete portion of pizza sauce here. You can add how much ever you want to. And to this I have used around 150 grams of cheese. I've made 2 portions of that cheese. I've grated it, and this is mozzarella cheese. I'm going to add the cheese layer first, and on top of it I'm going to take all the cooked vegetables that we had prepared and kept it aside in the beginning. I'm going to add it. The quantity or the amount you're adding is completely dependent on you. If you want the veg overloaded pizza, you can just add all the vegetables to one pizza like I have shown. And the next portion of the cheese that I had grated has been added on top, and we are going to cover this with a lid and let it cook in low flame until the cheese starts melting. You can see that the cheese is melted completely and it's oozy now. And throughout I have baked this or cooked this on a low flame. And now I'm going to transfer it onto a plate, cut it into the portions that I want to, and I'm going to serve it hot to my family. And this tasted really yum, guys, and you have a very easy to prepare tawa pizza. So guys, that's how easy it was to prepare the tawa pizza. I hope you prepare it at your home right now. It's a good time to prepare, experiment with all your MasterChef skills, and yes, enjoy your quarantine time. But while preparing the tawa pizza, do not forget, I'm repeating it again and again, do not forget to keep the flame on low, otherwise your pizza will have a burnt smell and it won't taste good. So yes, do try this recipe out, and also let me know in the comment section below on what more recipes should I upload in the quarantine time. What are you craving for that I can try preparing at home and tell you the easiest method to have it at home. So yes guys, take care of yourself, stay home, stay safe, and I'll see you again in my next video. Till then, take care, bye bye.